Unfortunately, the engine has to come down. In fact, it's not just engine. Almost everything that we've done so far will have to be dismantled. Why? Because of the engine block. So when we first bought the about the the other one also. So when I first bought the car to the workshop, so the mechanic checked the engine block. Remember, the engine block is meant to be new, and so they said that this is a refurbished engine block, not a brand new one, because the owner purchased it as brand new, and purchased it for someone, and from Kaduna, person put it. The person that delivered the vehicle came with the block. So I brought it to the workshop. They now looked at it and said there are signs that these are refurbished engine block. That this is a refurbished engine block, not necessarily a new one, but a dead engine block that was repaired. So then with the thought, I was like, maybe since maybe the refurbishment was done properly, and decided to go ahead to use it. Fortunately, it was a mistake. It was a mistake because what they did, what actually, well, I don't know how many parts of the block was damaged before they did the repair on it. But this first washer side was bad. As in, was affected before the repair. So what they now did was they filled it up, fired it, but the mechanic also noticed the firing because there was something that was supposed to be there to hold the thrust washer. This is what we call thrust washer. So that thing was no longer there, was fired out. So we were thinking, no, not that they fired it out, but now added some things there. But because that's what they put there, will be able to hold it. Unfortunately, as you can see, as the crankshaft was spinning, the thrust washer was also spinning with the crankshaft. It couldn't hold it. So what we are going to do is to change the block. This time we are going for a used one. We are going to change the block. Get a good used one. Remove this one, swap in every other thing, because every other thing here is telling me to the used block that is still in good condition. As for what happens to this one, we'll take it up with the person that sold the block to the owner of the vehicle. So later we're going to remove this so that I'll show you guys exactly. Before I came, they had to put a new thrust washer. But by the time I came, I said no. This car has not even moved. You only stand at idle, run for about 6-7 hours so far. And look at what you have done to it. Look at it. That's how bad. So yeah, this one is actually killed it. So it was just a question of time the block was going to be damaged, including the crankshaft, the new crankshaft, and the rest of the. In fact, what would have happened is once he ends up damaging this completely, oil will start flowing from here. As it's gushing out, the engine will dry off with oil. Oil will dry off from the engine, and as it's doing that too, it will affect the crankshaft. The crankshaft will not be shifting while the engine is running, so it will start to hit it from here as well. It's going to damage almost everything at that bottom. And whether there's oil or not, it's going to ruin everything there. If the oil dries out in the process, then the rest of the engine is gone. So, this is like the second time of working the engine. So, initially, the gearbox, this thing here was leaking. So that has been taken care of. We had to drop the engine to change the same. It's no longer leaking. only for this one to come back. And what even led to this was one of the bolts on the engine block was so badly rusted that it couldn't tight or hold the bolt anymore. So oil was leaking from that side. I think it's somewhere in the front. I remember it's somewhere here. So I had to drop the engine again, but in the process, this now happened. Sure. I mean, that's one of the things. Number one, trusting some Nigerians when it comes to buying cars. Because the owner of the car purchased this as a new one, not as a refurbished. If he was informed it was a refurbished, probably would have changed his mind and probably go for a proper used one that is still in good condition. But he bought it at high price, not knowing that it was a used, repaired one, which was badly repaired anyway. And so for me, it's all about solutions. Family, so I am dedicated now to get this thing finally and done properly. So I've recommended it to the replacement with the owner. The owner has agreed. So it just that, it's taking too long now. Including this project has consumed so much. I don't even want to even mention it on this video. But it's up to the owner of the car to disclose that, not me. It has consumed so much because the owner wanted everything to be new one, which is what I did also in mine. Fortunately for me at that time, it was actually expensive at then, even though it was early 2020. Things hasn't gotten bad economically in Nigeria as it is today at that time, but still it was high. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't a cheap project, but compared to what he spent on this, it was more almost. I don't want to mention that. So that's the situation of things. But I believe I'm very, very certain that we'll get it right. Just that, it's one of those things in life. You do your best, and sometimes you trust people will disappoint the trust, which makes it difficult to trust somebody else. So there's one of those things. I see the new clutch kit still intact. Anyway, the car hasn't even been driven. So he's going to lose the trust washer so that you see that the new one is there already, but I want you guys to see, the particular position where that thing happened. Okay. Old one.
Okay. This gap now. There's a gap now.
Yeah.
If we this gap now, if this is now, I'm all not compared to that. This that glow.
Okay. So can you see who did the?
That is now. Or that got the stretch. Got the here. Uteba. Who that thing?
So that's what I'm on.
Fires
that it is in this globe.
Yeah, that globe.
Change the base now.
About the other.
Oh, that's another thing. Listen. Yeah, baby, hook. Okay for that. Oh, we get our mark for it. Yeah, my. I got for the winning Cuba. Oh, we will tell an all new one. But our man,
oh, yeah.
I got one.
Able to the crash after that. You will touch anything.
Okay, I want to go on.
So this is the one from the old one. Anyway, let's wipe this first.
Go see you. I thought I chopped black before. Go for it now.
So you guys can see now the difference. Can you guys see? You see this place, this cap here. You can see this one is supposed to hold the first washer, but you can see this one. It's not there. So because of that, you can see the first washer has even wounded inside here. It has wounded because it just kept running, you know. It has wounded this thing. Basically, this thing is wounded. Can't use this anymore. See if they filled it up. I don't know. So this top washer, the other side, the one inside. And okay. So that's all I wanted to show you guys. Oh, put your pieces here.
Okay. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Hey. Okay, I got you watch here. Okay. What are you busy here, ba? Oh, brazo. Eh?
Brazo there.
Oh, brazo na. Okay, kakade.
Oh, there you go.
What's happening now to Tumbang? That's it.
Can't condemn the shop down after a while. But I can't condemn the shop. But I'm not here. So for those who are not hearing Igbo, yeah, you can see you remove the pieces, they filled it up, and see what they used. Well, so yeah, can't use this block. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Hello?
We remove the crankshaft. Everything is still okay. So that. So these are everything, the pieces, the covers, you know, everything, this kind. So, we will all be swapping on inside another block. But this time we use block that is good condition. Well, some of those things can buy. Alright. That's the SL1 in cylinder head.